Alright, what is up, everybody? We are back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today, I'm going to be trying to predict the MLB postseason. We are a basketball channel over here, but I do occasionally watch and dabble in football and basketball. I did a video a little while ago before the NFL season started trying to predict the NFL season. I even did a video last year where I tried to predict the MLB playoffs last year. And so I thought, let's do it again. I casually watch baseball, so let's try to predict the MLB postseason because why not? Let's just have some fun. So that's what we're doing today. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. Join the membership if you want to learn more about the membership. There's a video on my channel explaining all of it. You can go back and watch that. Link to my Twitter, all that stuff down in the description below. And yeah, don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. All right, so here we go. We got the playoff bracket right here. Literally just finished up because there's some extra games they had to play today. The Mets and the Braves to really clinch their spot, and they both won, so they both clinched the playoffs. Sorry to the Arizona Diamondbacks. But yeah, we got it. Like I said earlier, I did this last year where I tried to predict the MLB postseason, and I don't remember what I picked or anything, but I probably didn't do well because I definitely did not have Arizona and Texas in the final. So we're going to see how we do here. So we got the playoff bracket. I'm going to try to predict the entire World Series. If I do bad, okay. Again, I'm a basketball channel. I'm not a baseball channel. So if I say, if I predict it not good, who cares, right? But yeah, I guess let's get into it. So we'll start with the American League over on this side. So we have the Tigers and we have the Astros, the 3-6 matchup in the wild card. Tigers were hot recently. They're a very young team. This is their first time in the playoffs in a little while. They're here. They're facing off against the Astros, who are just all reliable. They always find a way. Even though I think this year they had a terrible start to the season, somehow they found a way and they just ran away with their division. So they're here. They're in the postseason, and I gotta go with the Astros in this series. I gotta go with the Astros to make it to the ALDS. It's just really it's tough. It's tough to bet against. They're one of those teams that's just like, dang, I don't. They're one of those teams you don't want to bet against in the playoffs. In a series, the Astros are not a team that you want to go against. But I gotta go with the Astros in this one. And then the other American League series, you have the Royals and the Orioles, two very young teams going at it. Bobby Witt, Gunnar Henderson, young star shortstops. Bobby Witt has been incredible. If Aaron Judge didn't have the year he's having, he probably would be in real consideration for AL MVP. The Orioles have just become a competent team in the last 2 years. This is going to be a very fun matchup. And it's also really tough because baseball is like very unlike other sports where like basketball, usually it's the better team wins, especially because basketball, it's all 7 game series. So it's like usually in 7 games, the first team to get to 4, usually it's the better team or the least injured team. Football, it's a 1 game, whatever. Baseball, I feel like is the most unpredictable one where baseball, literally, it does not matter. It does not matter who you have in your team or anything like that. Literally, it's about who's playing best at that point. It's about what team is just swinging the bat the best at the point. Like, baseball is literally like, if you get on a hot streak, it doesn't matter who you have in your team, what team you are, who you're playing, anything like that. If you're swinging a hot bat, then you can win any game. Really, like that's what baseball is. That's why baseball is probably the hardest to predict because literally it's like you don't like the Dodgers. Some of these teams, the World Series you should look at it and be like, okay, this team can win this team. This team is better than this team. But it's like it's so hard to play against because the Dodgers have been the best team in the league for like the past 3 years and haven't made it out of the second, haven't made it to the NFC. So it's like whatever. But back to this: Royals and Astros. I think this can be a very fun series. Two young teams, some young star players in this matchup. Two hungry teams, I bet as well. I'm gonna go. I think the Orioles are probably a better team, but something in my heart is telling me to go with Kansas City because they've been pretty good recently, and the Orioles also had a kind of a not great end to the season. I'm gonna go with Kansas City. I'm gonna go with the Royals going on to the next round to the ALDS. And the other wild card, the Mets and the Brewers. The Mets have been the hottest team in baseball recently, since like June, and they've really turned their season around. The Brewers, Have some good things. They always have pitching, all that stuff. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Mets though. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Mets. I'm gonna go with the Mets in this wild card series. I think they're playing they're on fire right now, and it's hard to pick against them. A team that's hot, so I'm gonna go with the Mets, and then they have the Padres and the Braves down the 4-5 matchup. The Braves have kind of stumbled. The Padres are playing good. I'm gonna go with the Padres in this series. We got Tatis Machado. They have some really good things going on there, so I'm gonna go with the Padres. All right, the division series, the DS is ALDS. We have Cleveland, Houston. That if that does happen, that will be a super entertaining series. Cleveland has been really really good all season. Jose Ramirez. I mean, they got so many things. They got so many things over there. They're a really, really, really good team. But again, the Astros are that team where it's like it doesn't matter what their seed is, doesn't matter what, they're gonna have a chance to. They're kind of like the Miami Heat in a kind of a sense where it's like even if the Heat are a 7 seed, you're kind of like dang, but they're like dang, it's not gonna be easy, you know. So I'm gonna go with the Guardians though. I'm gonna go with the Guardians. I'm gonna go with the Guardians in this year, but I think it will be a very, very tight series. I won't be surprised if the Astros win that series. I will not be surprised if the Astros win it, but I'm going to go with the Cleveland Guardians. And then Yankees, Royals. That's the thing. It's like everybody in the world's like, well, Yankees. Yeah, obviously, you want to pick the Yankees, but yeah, they haven't made it to the AL. When's the last time the Yankees made the ALCS? It's been a little while, I think, right? Um, but I'm going to go with the Yankees. I'm going with the Yankees. I'm going to believe in the team. I'm believing my team. Go with the Yankees. And they're going to go to the ALCS. NLDS, Phillies and Mets. That is a really good series, divisional series, battle of the NL East. That'll be a very good series. I'm gonna go with the Phillies though. I just think they're really. I love their team they have. I think they're just really really good. The last couple of years they've been just so close and they haven't been able to do it. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take them to the NLCS. Dodgers and Padres. See, last year was it last year? I think it was last year. Last year the Dodgers. Wow, the Padres beat the Dodgers in this scenario where the Dodgers were the number 1 seed or something like that. The Padres came in and got rid of them, like not even like in a close. Like they beat them up. You know, they do have Shohei Ohtani, who is arguably the best. Him and Aaron Judge are fighting for that best player in the world right now. And Shohei Ohtani has had just one of the greatest seasons we've ever seen. That him alone is a huge difference, and him alone might be the reason why I pick the Dodgers in this series. But then I'm gonna have all 1-2s, and that's not gonna happen. I don't want. It's kind of like March Madness. You don't want all 1 seeds. Like you just know a 1 seed or a 2 seed is gonna go down early than expected. Like most likely. So I don't want all number 1 and number 2 seeds to be in the. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the boring thing. I'm gonna do the basic thing. I'm gonna go with the Dodgers. I'm gonna go with the Dodgers to go to the NLCS. Now the ALCS, Cleveland and New York. This is tough, really, really tough. Again, I want to go. You look at it and you're like, yeah, Yankees, but you can't do that. Cleveland is a really good team. I think Cleveland eliminated New York 2 years ago, right? I think it was two. Was it last year or the year before last year? I know Cleveland eliminated New York in the ALDS. I think. I remember watching that. So, Cleveland or New York? Cleveland has a team where like if they get hot, well, you can say that about all these teams. So like when they like the Yankees get hot, who's beating them? Because the Yankees have home run power. Cleveland doesn't have home run power like that, but they just have really good all around baseball players. Like they have guys that just know how to get hits. They know how to get on base. They're just one of those type of teams. You know what I mean? They just have a team where it's like they might not be the most flashiest or the high like any of that, but they know how to get the job done. And that's why I want to kind of pick them in this series because they're just one of those teams. But that also could be the flip side, the obvious, on the opposite, where if New York's hot, New York is a team that can, get you 4 home runs in a game, and all of a sudden it's 10-2, and it's like, dang, what do we do? Like Judge, Soto, Giancarlo, Jazz Chisholm, Glaber, like the Yankees are one of those teams where if they're hot and the home run ball is hitting, you're not beating them. You know, so it'll be a really good series if it does happen. I'm gonna go. I'm I want to go with the Yankees, but there's something I really like the Guardians, man. The Guardians are a really, really good baseball team, man. I'm gonna go. Give, uh, give me the Yankees. Give me the Yankees. Give me the Yankees. Give me the Yankees. Yankees in the World Series. I'll do it. I will do it. I'll do it. Phillies and Dodgers. I'm going with the Phillies, man. I don't know. Something about the Dodgers that I just can't put all my faith in, even though they do have Shohei Ohtani, which is a huge difference in the past couple years. They have Shohei Ohtani on their team. And if they don't make it to the World Series or anything without Shohei Ohtani and they fail early again, then that just says something about the organization. I don't know what it is then. They have a curse or something. But I gotta go with the Phillies, man. I'm gonna go with the Phillies though. I don't know. Just in October, at this moment, the Phillies have shown the past few years that they just have that it. Like they just the last couple of years they've had just big moments. Bryce Harper, the guys that just show up in big moments. The Phillies do. So I trust the Phillies. I'm going to the World Series. Now we have Yankees and Phillies in the World Series. I want to go with my Yanks, but I don't know. There's something about the Phillies I just trust. I don't know why. There's just something in my heart that I trust the Phillies a lot for some reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Bryce Harper. I don't know if it's that I've seen them a lot in the past two postseasons. I don't know what it is. But there's something that I trust the Phillies. And I will have the Phillies winning the World Series over the Yankees in 2024. Yep, there you go. Okay, Phillies over the Yankees in the World Series. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably not. Again, baseball is the hardest postseason to predict because literally it doesn't matter about the roster you have. It's about who is playing good at that point. So yeah, but ultimately we'll go Phillies over Yanks. But yeah, it's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, turn on notifications, do all stuff like that. I really appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.